right, Salvi, thanks for coming in. Who's got the first question? We'll start with Jalen on your left, Salvi.
Hey, Salvi. You have good numbers against Carlos Rodon. What has contributed to that success, and what will be the key tonight when you guys face him?
He's one of the best lefties in the league. I just try to do my job. The way that I got good success against him, he got a lot of strikeouts against me too. So I think we're 50-50, I think he tried to do his job, trying to do my job, help my team to win the same way he's going to do tonight. We're going to, try to see the ball up, and score some run early and try to win the game tonight.
The third row on your right, Salvi Rustin.
Salvi, how soon when Cole Reagans came over last year did you kind of know that he was potentially one of the best starters in baseball?
The way he prepared himself, the way he liked to compete, and he got pretty good stuff. The cold, the fastball, he got everything. So that's kind of what I think a little bit about him. Like he can be one of the best lefties in the league too.
We'll go to Tyler right there.
So when did you start to think that change that. Last year, when you guys had such a tough year, you had a few in a row. Did you have much confidence that you could be here in 2024, back to the playoffs, and what was that offseason like?
I think it's after last game last year, JJ, Mr. Sherman, all the guys that we have in the offseason, I tell myself, like, we have pretty good chance to make it to the playoff.
And we'll go to Natalie right in front of you, Tyler.
Salvador, te tomó 9 años volver a la postemporada después de ganar una serie mundial. Y sabiendo que no hay garantía nunca de que vayas a volver, a estas alturas de tu carrera, ¿cómo afrontas la experiencia simplemente de estar aquí sabiendo que nunca se sabe si vas a volver a los playoffs?
Disfrutarlo. Tú lo acabas de decir, uno nunca sabe cuándo vayamos a ir a unos playoffs. Son 29 otros equipos tratando de conseguir lo mismo. Le doy gracias a Dios por darme la oportunidad después de 9 años. Pero sí, como tú lo dijiste, yo creo que es salir a disfrutar el juego, salir a dar lo mejor de mí. La meta es ganar, independientemente si perdemos, decirme a mí mismo que di lo mejor de mí para tratar de ayudar a mi equipo a ganar.
We'll go across the aisle to Annie.
Hey, Salvi, I know you guys are focused on tonight, but what will it mean to be able to play in front of your fans in Game 3?
Pretty good. It's going to be amazing. I think we have the best fan in MLB, I think it's going to be good for everybody.
What do you remember about playing at Kauffman in 2014 and 15? The early they get to the ballpark, As soon as I was out to warm it up, the pitcher was all out already. So that was pretty good.
And one row behind, Salvi.
Hey, kind of following up on that, the Chiefs are also playing tonight. Kansas City is probably electric right now. Just talk about how awesome that is tonight, playoff baseball and the Chiefs Monday night.
Pretty good, I wish the best to the Chiefs tonight. They can win the game. And for us too, I think it's City of Champions. That's how they call Kansas City.
Go far back on your right, Salvi, with Mick.
Salvi, you've always been that happy-go-lucky, most relaxed, laid-back player out there on the field. Is that kind of mindset even more necessary when you get to these games in these playoff environments?
The way that I got a little bit of experience in playoffs, that made myself come down a little bit. That's what I try to tell this guy. You have fun, enjoy it, and play hard, give everything you have for the game.
Now, quick follow-up on that. Does that help, too, when you have a guy like Reagans and most of these starting pitchers who are stone-faced and very, very serious on the mound, to have that kind of counter attitude when you come out and you talk to them?
Yeah, I think it's going to help a little bit, and I think Cole is ready.
And we'll stay back there, one row behind.
Salvador, buenas tardes. Háblame lo importante que es para ustedes empatar la serie para no ir a casa abajo a la serie 0-2.
Sí, es súper importante. Especialmente llevando uno de aquí del Yankee. Y llegar a la casa y dar lo mejor de nosotros. También le dije a los muchachos, no se pongan tanta presión, no traten de pensar en eso. Es un día a la vez. Vamos a dar todo lo mejor de hoy confiando de que vamos a ganar. Y si no, bueno, ir para la casa y tratar de ganar.
Go to the third row, Tyler.
Salvi, at this point in your career, do you think of yourself as a future Hall of Famer? Or is that something that enters your mind?
100%. If you don't think that way, you're in the wrong sport. You know, I think every player wants to be a Hall of Fame. You know, I think every player wants to play 14, 15, 17, 20 years with the same team. At least they have opportunity right now. You know, and that's what I tell myself every day. Give everything you have. You never know.
Is that one of the reasons why you wanted to stay in Kansas City? And it seems like it's something you're proud of, that you've been there your whole career.
Say that again, sorry?
All right, is that something that you're proud of, to have been in Kansas City your whole career?
Yeah, 100%. I'm proud to stay here, you know, all my career.
And did that make it, in those last few years when you guys were losing a lot, did that make it hard because you had experience winning?
Yes, it's kind of hard, but I think, you know, it's part of the process. When I got called up, it was kind of the same, you know, process that we going through last year and a couple of years ago. So, and I know, you know, at some point we're going to make it to the playoffs again. And I thank God I don't make any decision to leave, and I stay in Kansas City.
Up front on your left, John.
Salvi, you play the game with a lot of joy, and Juan Soto does as well. I wonder, when he comes to the batter's box, what have been some of your conversations when he's actually in the batter's box that you might have with Juan?
He's going to talk a little bit more during the regular season. And play out, he just, hi, Salvi. And that's it. So I get it, you know. He tried to win, I tried to win, you know. Let's compete, let's have fun, you know. And I love the way he played the ball. He played the game.
And Salvi, for you, your position behind home plate, how have you changed your positioning, knee down, different ways of receiving? How have you changed the way that you receive the ball over your career?
Yeah, especially when the frame is coming out, you know. I think to stay down. I'm a big guy to be behind the home plate, so it's kind of hard to get the low pitches. So I think when one knee down it's kind of better a little bit. I'm still working at that. Even I can catch a couple more years when one knee down.
Far back on your right.
Gracias. Salvador, me gustaría saber, de un veterano como tú, cómo estos juegos tan cerrados, la analítica y la vieja escuela definen con un veterano como tú detrás del plato controlando el juego.
Esa es tremenda pregunta. De verdad que a veces yo pienso siempre en lo que uno pueda sentir en las experiencias de uno, en lo que en momentos se te viene a la cabeza, que eso no lo vas a conseguir en una computadora, eso no lo vas a conseguir en un reporte que te mande. Hay una cosa que se llama, es como un gut feeling que uno siente, que eso no lo hay en ningún lado. Y yo, Salvador Perez, me llevo mucho de eso. Eso lo aprendí mucho de Pedro Grifol.
Up front on your right, Eric.
Salvador, the Yankees for much of this season have started a rookie at catcher in Austin Wells. The little bit that you've seen of him this year, what have your observations been?
Pretty good. I think he's going to be a good catcher in the future, you know. The way he framed it too, that's pretty good, you know. And he 4 in that lineup made me think that he's going to be good.
A few more. Ron up front, Salvi.
As one of the veteran players, did you get a lot of questions from teammates about the playoffs in September in the last week or two, or is it more lead by example?
When we celebrate that we're going to go to the playoffs, a few guys coming to me like, you know, how that feel, how it's going to be. And maybe, you know, it's going to be a lot of noise and all that, but at the end of the day, it's the same game. As soon as you throw the first pitch, as soon as I receive the first pitch, everything's going to be like a regular game. So I don't want you guys to put extra pressure, you know.
A couple more. Jalen on your left, Salvi.
Salvi, is there an advantage of seeing Rodon or another pitcher a third time in a season, and how much does that help you when you guys were preparing for tonight's game?
I don't think it's any advantage right now. No, man. I think, you know, we just try to do our job, and he's going to try to do his job. I think we scored a few runs in the last start against us, you know. Everything in the past is over, you know. We just need to concentrate today, and I don't think it's any advantage to face from them. It's pretty good.
Got a Rust in the third row on your right, Salvi.
Hey, Salvi, you missed all of 2019 with Tommy John surgery, and I know you love to play, but looking back on that, do you feel like missing that year has helped you the rest of your career in certain ways?
Yeah, things happen for a reason. And at that moment, I don't understand that. But after a few years, yeah, I get it. And I thank God, everything happened for a reason. Because now I think Tommy John add a few more years in my career.
Do 2 more in the first row.
Salvador, un jugador como tú que tiene una carrera de Salón de la Fama, ¿cómo haces para salir todos los días todavía con esa energía y transmitirla a tus compañeros que son más jóvenes?
Sacrificio. Yo creo que la dedicación, el empeño que le pongas en temporada libre es la manera que te va a preparar para la temporada. Antes en sprint training uno llegaba y te podías poner ready. Ahorita sprint training es llegar y una vez que comenzar a meter mano, como decimos nosotros los latinos. Los sacrificios, el pararte temprano en temporada libre, el comer bien, el prepararte para los juegos. Antes tenía 25 años y podía llegar y ponerme ready en 10 minutos. Ahorita me tomo un poquito más de tiempo. Pero yo creo que esas son las cosas que el día de mañana la vida te premia y el mantenernos saludables.
Do 2 more, 4th row on your right.
Salvador, tú como veterano, ya pasó el primer juego contra los Yankees de Nueva York, un juego de muchas alternativas, lo perdieron luchando. ¿Cómo tú influyes en tus compañeros para poder pasar la página e iniciar de nuevo para poder ganar esta serie?
Sí, eso es lo bueno de ese club que tenemos nosotros. Ya una vez que se acabe el juego, nada que podamos hacer para regresar las cosas. Aprender de los mistakes que cometimos, de los errores que hicimos y ya resetear la mente y concentrarnos para el juego de hoy.
We'll finish up with Tyler in the 3rd row.
Salvi, just to follow up on Rustin's question, the Tommy John surgery, you said that it happened for a reason. You feel like it even extended your career. What did you mean by that?
I think if you catching every day, it's kind of hard, what I mean, like to rest that year, I think add a couple more years in my career. The way I don't use my body in 2019, I think it's gonna help maybe stay in this game for a little longer.
Salvi, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
No problem, man. Have a great day, guys.
All right, we'll see you later.
Thank you, amigo.